Greetings everyone, it's Greifer here. We're looking at the Tier 9 German battle cruiser, you could say heavy cruiser, the Agir. Now she's been out for a while, and this is one of our premium vessels that we're looking at. Let's see how she's aged. The Agir was introduced in update 9.5 and was sold for 1 million free XP. She currently still is available for 1 million free XP. Now, I still really think this vessel is worth it. She was one of the first two, part of the first two German at the time super cruisers, you could say, that were released at Tier 9, with Siegfried being the other one. She has some really good armor from the get-go. So as you can see, she's got 27mm at the bow, but she does get this 90mm armor belt, and she gets 190mm armor belt. So she's quite trollish in how she can deflect her AP and shells coming in, and I will go through that in a replay slightly later. Now, as part of that, she with this armor scheme, she can kite and she can push in where required. She obviously is weak, completely broadside, as are most cruisers, so be careful about that. She has a healthy, respectable 62,850 hit points. Torpedo protection of 37%. I wouldn't put survivability expert on this captain. That's a pretty good hit point pool for a Tier 9 cruiser. She does get access to heals, so I've got 4 up here, so 377 per second, and that consumable goes just for under 30 seconds, so give or take 9 to 10,000 hit points you can regain. Now, I predominantly use the Agir. There's a few reasons. She has a 12-inch guns, 205mm. I've got these being reloaded at 17.6 seconds. You can see the max dispersion at 18.5 kilometers is 189. Very accurate guns. She has a very decent AP penetration, and her alpha strike, because of that, is very good because of that accuracy. I have deleted vessels with the Agir. When things show you too much side, you can absolutely remove them from the game. She has decent enough kiting angles if you're kiting like this and the front turrets are going overboard, over your shoulder. You will show a bit too much side, but where she's at her best is when you're coming nose in and you're only using those front 2 turrets and ignoring the third. Like, she does have secondaries. I wouldn't build her for secondaries, even though these are 8.8 kilometers. They're a fairly long range, but these are only 128mm guns, and they will only pen up to 32mm of armor. But I wouldn't do that. That's more of a gimmick rather than a go-to. She has one set of 6km standard 2x4 rack per side. A8 defense. Respectable enough at Tier 9. She gets 6 salvo bursts at 16-17 continuous damage. So it's all about that long range damage that you're really looking at. Long range, as you can see here, short, medium, long range is 137. Not the best, so you really hope that the enemy CV is a bit of a flak muncher, and they take on one of these numerous shells. Maneuverability. See, here she goes at 35.2 knots, which is really zippy for a Tier 9 cruiser. Rudder shift time 14 seconds. I've built her for acceleration. Concealment 11.9. So you're going to get BBs that nearly beat her for concealment, but for a cruiser with 18.5km gun range, that is fairly respectable. She only has access to hydro or heal. She doesn't get a spotter aircraft. You can see I've built her for reload, concealment, acceleration, the guns, protecting the guns, and damage control. You could do longer hydro, etc. But hydro goes up to 6 kilometers. It does last up to 2 minutes. I find when you want to use it defensively or offensively, that is more than enough duration. What else about her? She has really not the greatest HE, as you can see here. Her HE shell won't do much damage. 3,600 per shell compared to the AP of 9,100. 28% fire chance, so predominantly use that for really nose-in cruisers. I still would use the AP even on nose-in battleships and aim for that superstructure. Torpedoes are short range. Her bow is 27mm thick, so it can be overmatched, so you have to be careful about that. Large turn radius, and one of probably the worst aspect on her is that she has battleship timers for flood and fires. So even though she's a cruiser, she does get the longer flood and fire. You can mitigate that through captain skills a little bit. Not really. I'll take that back. That's a BB. As you can see, I've done just Superintendent Adrenaline Rush. It's all about your flags then. You can only really mitigate it with some flags, which I haven't even got selected. India Yankee for reducing your fire time. You've got your Juliet Yankee for flood recovery time. As you can see here, I've got the stock camouflage that comes with the Agir before 11.6 drops. You can always pick up the Nordic Agir camo. 3,000 doubloons is pretty cheap for a tier 9 camo. I know it already comes with one, but if you want this fine stenciled camouflage on your Agir, I do recommend picking it up. Now we're going to go to a gameplay of me taking out this fine vessel in ranked. It is silver, I think, or I'll come back into the replay and clarify, but it's in ranked, and we're taking it out as a tier 9, tier 8 vessel. Alrighty, now we're looking at the Agir in game. This is in ranked. This was in the most recent ranked season where we had tier 8s and 9s. We're obviously on the map of Trident. I am still in Bronze League for this one, but still, I want to show you what the Agir can do with the 12-inch guns. You can see we're in a BB Wonderland. Enemy's got a Pobeda. There's a Ruprecht and an Amagi, a Borodino, lovely battleship with 12-kilometer radar, weak sides, and Alaska, and the Kitakaze, a bit of pew pew. The good guys, we have a Hornet, a Jean-Bart, a Tirpitz, a Zeton. Ezra, please forgive me with that pronunciation. I mean, the Agir, we got a Groningen. Now, if you play ranked, this is my simple rule. Not everyone does this, but my simple rule. For the love of God, if you spawn close to a cap, go towards it. Like, I try and pick a vessel that is an all-rounder. Nothing's worse than saying if you've got 2 or 3 DDs and then they all head to B cap because the one I can't contest. Well, you pick a DD, you have to work out a way to play that vessel. Either way, as you can see, I'm on the Bravo cap. I've got the Zeiten behind me for a bit of love and support. The Borodino has been firing. CV's doing a good spotting job early. Only the one, but we'll get some of the Kidders now up. But I'm going to take a cheeky shot here. Give him a bit of lead, aiming a little bit low, trying to get that superstructure. Looking where his guns are dead forward. So there should be... I'm behind a rock, so firing my guns will give it away. As you can see, 17-second reload with these 12 inches. I'm lit. And how do they go at this range? Just under 6k, not bad. Not bad, 2 pens, 2 torpedo protection hits, but... guns are ready to go. I'm really turning out just in case something lit me. Alaska's opened up. The Groningen's a bit reckless here. He should, in all honesty, he's up against the Borodino. He should know that has a 12-kilometer radar. The Kitakaze's in the cap, it's red. The Borodino's there. Groningen smokes up. He is going down like no tomorrow. Bad miss by me on the Alaska. Issue between chair and keyboard. We have Namagi. Player 4 has entered the ring. He's firing HE, as you can see from that salvo. I waited till he fires, and then you've got a good 20 seconds. So I should get 2 salvos off before he returns fire. There goes the Groningen. Absolutely radared by the Borodino. Opening salvo 7-8, not bad. Out of the 9 barrels, it looks like I connected with about 7 or 8. So that's what I mean about the accuracy of these guns. You aim. I turn in here to miss the Ruprecht. He just hits me with one. A little bit behind, but that's 10. That was 7 shells out of 9 connecting with the Amagi. So this is what I mean about the accuracy of these guns. And the Zeiton pitches in down to 27, and there goes another 5.5. 6 over pen. So I'm not really trying to kite out here. No, the Amagi's got no camo, that's a bonus. Eight shells hit, and look at that. The Amagi's nearly down. I'll get my salvo off here. I should get there before the Zeiton for a first blood. Yes, the Zeiton hit him, but obviously only a overpen. But somehow the Zeiton, I wasn't really watching him. He has lost a lot of hit points. Maybe it was the Amagi's HE, but it's a lot of hit points. He's dropped his torps. Here come my secondaries at about 8-8. So try to see. I was really disappointed about the Zeiton just pressing W because, again, it must be the Alaska mid that's farming him. There he goes. There's the Alaska, because at that positioning, he's just pressing in, and it's like he's thrown his boat away. He's had multiple fires. We lost the Turpits, we lost the Zeiton, so we're down 3 boats to 1. Enemy Ruprecht has dumped his torps. They have missed by a mile. Still, we're just in 5.5 minutes in, contesting as you are in the Agir. I've got the Hydra up for any torpedoes. I'm at just at 75,000 damage, a few fires. Aiming for that superstructure, only 4 and a bit, but it is adding up. I really wouldn't recommend brawling too often, but it's serving me well at this stage. As you can see, I'm aiming at that superstructure just behind. Another 4K. Still 4 shells out of 9. That's still not bad. Remember, the HE is a bit anemic in my opinion on this vessel. A little bit to the right. There another 4K secondaries and torpedo should finish him off, and there we go. So, on this home cap on the Bravo side, we lost the Zeiton, but we traded out the Amagi and the Ruprecht. So 2 for 1's not bad, but you can see Kitakaze on the other flank. He's got the Jamba, it looks like a bit of a farm fest. The Borodino's still sticking, and we've got the Alaska, and the CV is still nigh about 100k damage, only 400,000 potential, and the Pobeda comes in to say a friendly hello. He's waving his Soviet flag in the end, going, "I'm coming to strike you, haha, what's AA?" Some of my colleagues in the chat are trying to be very precise on what we should target next. Trying to turn in here, but I really don't get the best count. I slow down, which is my mistake. I slowed down to 3/4 speed, and I took that. I do DCP this fire because CV's gone. Well, haven't DCP'd it yet. There we go. So we got the Alaska, nearly full health in close. The Kitakaze is actually pretty low. He's taking damage, CV's assisting. And the Borodino's at 10k, so this suits me. I'm better in close than what the Alaska will be, especially with those torpedoes. Here come the skip bombs. Alaska's not pushing out here, so it really leaves me with one choice, the Borodino. A little bit behind, aiming a little high to hit that upper belt at this range. There goes the Jean Bart. He was farmed down quickly, because he was half to 3/4 last time I checked. 4K connection at that range. Raiders up from the Alaska, so it's 2v4. Still, Alpha has not been capped, even though we lost a lot of boats there. It hasn't been a bad tussle. I think these ones will hurt. Oh, 4.5. Everything hurts. I've only got the one heal left. Better trade, better trade. I'm very lucky. Very lucky the CV is missing me here. I won't dodge this. This will be a good hit by the Borodino, just a midship. Yeah, 17k. That one hurt. Still got the 2 heals, but that'll take a while to come up. So the Alaska's backing up. If I was to offer the Alaska any advice at this stage, I would have said ram me, because I'm low. I've got torps, yes, but I'm like, that would have secured the victory. Turning into this and the Pabita near an island, hopefully it's enough to dodge. That should be, there we go, we get the pity sit. Terrible salvo, 4 ricochet, 2 overpins. Here come the torpedoes. But I do get a quick heal up here. Torp tubes are now disabled on the right hand side. That's a better salvo, 4 pens. He's going to eat 2 torp. Double flood, that hurts. He's trying to go forward here. If he's going to ram, but I think he's left it too late. 3k, so 4th kill. 4th kill, the Agir's are still going strong. These skip bombs, light a fire, do DCP that. I'm very conscious I am low hit point. Looks like the Pabita lost most of that. Actually, ramming the Alaska there has pushed me off course, so the Kitakaze's shells fire a bit off to the left where he thought I was. I'm actually surprised the enemy CV did not drop a fighter. Some lit, so the Kidder's in the open here. Hornet's coming in. Nice shot by the Kidder. He got a salvo or 2 off of me. I could not really fire my main guns into that. Hydra's about to go down, which is always a concern. Hornet takes care of the Kidder. So just like that, we have turned it around. Like, the Borodino was low, but that Alaska was full health. 164,000, 4 kills, 20 planes. The planes are going up. I can't tell if the Pabita dropped here or not, or if he just recalled. He lost 5 planes. So they're up to 25 planes in the Agir, and I have not built this for AA. I believe, even in this situation where you can get CVs in ranked, there's no point building for AA. If you get 1 CV in every 5th game, there is no point. Absolutely no point building your vessel into AA. Build your vessel into survivability, consumables, things that will help you engage other vessels. If you div with a CV in randoms, sure, put some into AA or a captain or a vessel then, but for ranked, I just wouldn't do it. Even if you pick out an AA strong vessel, just use that natural ability of that vessel to bring that through. The CV did get a good strike on me, and we light up the enemy Pabita here. I aim absolutely abhorrently. I should have given it more lead. I don't really think I hit Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. And our Jean Bart is still giving us a wonderful advice of kill the CV. No heals left, 1 DCP ready. I did... Oh, my god. It's like I bounced those because I didn't take much damage and did get a fire. That was damned lucky. 30 planes at this moment. So just telling the CV, it's hard to cap. I'm being consistently dropped, so he does drop a fighter over me, which is a nice change. I haven't asked for air support. I haven't complained to him. I'll let CVs play their own game. I play my own game. I try not to complain at them because, again, I've gone into this game basically not caring about having AA. So anyway, here's the CV. He does drop me a fighter. We do have the lead, 740, mid 740s to 732. So if we secure this, it should make the whole job easier. Edgar Allan Poe is desperate to secure this Bravo cap. Supposing his mind, if he can secure it, kill me. He should have been able to kill me a lot quicker. I should have aimed lower. That, even though it's turning out, that's way too high. Very long-range drop here by the Pobeda. He loses a few planes for it. There's an air defense expert, 1 over pen. Look at those rockets come off that CV. Even though the Pobeda struck me, that's too much lead. You could see that the fighter that the Hornet put down did not lock. Nothing on the blind fire. I must say, very guilty pleasure. I enjoy getting air defense expert against CVs. There needs to be one for equivalent for subs when you depth charge them. Like get 10 depth charge in a sub in a game, and there should be something. Now this CV's evading me. Able to dodge the enemy strike here. This is the Soviet CV's strength. It does drop its load as an alpha strike in one load, and with the way that the rockets boost, it comes back pretty quickly. 13k, again, too much lead, I think, in my opinion. Oh, the Hornet does a good strike. Can I finish him here? Can I get a Kraken? Will he do it? No, he will not. Still 7k. I have a DCP ready. CV misses me. I should have changed to HE at this stage, even with its anemic ability, because I'm just going to get ricochets, or, yeah, 3 ricochets. Another full torpedo strike upon me. 2k on that one. I changed to the HE now, trying to secure... I want the Kraken. Pobeda's doing all he can to stay in the game. Turning into these... You can't turn in too early because the... Oh, Jesus, I missed. The CV will judge that, so you sort of got to bait him to commit, and then you can make your turn. Now I wish I had the AP loaded. Enemy's actually got the lead here, 9:20, 3 minutes to go, but look, our Hornet should finish him off. I'm trying to get it aiming high over the island, a bit of HE, luck, no AP luck, do I get it? What? 2 ricochets, I knew I should have had HE, and the CV secures it. Here's the end game, 195,000 in ranked air defense expert. We have high caliber, we have a dreadnought, 45 planes, 4 vessels, 2 sits, coupled torps, 3 torps all up, 2 solo caps, 2 resets. So the Agir for 1 million free XP is damned worth considering. Damned worth. It's got great tools of the trade. As you can see here by the base XP, 3,000 base XP to me, 1,600 to the next best player. This is Bronze League. You get good and bad plays, but I really wanted to showcase that for 1,000,000 free XP, don't pass this vessel up. Get it while you can. Thank you for watching my YouTube video on the Agir. See you in the game and click on that subscribe button.